Hey guys, Doug here with another in our little 1x1 series. I'm so excited. Remember back a couple years ago with our dowel series, we did a little cardinal. And I always wanted to transition that dowel series into the 1x1. And I did. There's our little cardinal. But we don't have to stop there. That cardinal turns into a blue jay. That cardinal turns into unknown birds. This is my favorite one, I think, and I painted a little bit yellow. We're just making up birds now. But for the person that emails me every week to tell me how much they hate my flat plane carving, shut this video off. This is the pinnacle of flat plane carving. This is all about the facets, knife only, and I think it may be my new all-time favorite carve. And I know I've said that before, but I'm addicted. I can't stop carving them, and you won't be able to either. So let's set up and carve one. All right, so I got my little piece of basswood here, 1x1 of course. Don't worry about the length, as long as it's over 3 inches, it's fine. But what I've been doing too is just taking a 6-inch piece and doing both ends. But anyway, it's great. But don't get hung up on poplar either. Look at that. That's poplar. That's walnut. A little bit harder, but look at that. And the heft to that is amazing. Butternut. The butternut one back here. So yeah, lots of options. But anyway, we're sticking with basswood for this this video. So again, right from the top, let's get our centers marked. You're going to find these are very important when we start carving. Now, this is our bird shape here, okay? Whatever, like that. So the back tail is on the corner. So we're going to mark 2 marks here. We're going to go 2.5, 2.5, and 1.75 inches. All right, that's it for the back. And then the opposite corner here, we're going to just mark 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. Just like that. 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 2.5, 1.75 inches. That's it. Okay, with my carving glove on like a good boy. Yes. Got 1.75 inch OCC tool knife. Whatever you got works, as long as it's over 1.25 inches. But anyway, we're just going to start. And right from the top here, I'm going to take the 1/2 inch. I want to swoop that 1/2 inch right to that center line. So for example, can you see that? It's a swooping cut. All right, so let's do that. You hear that little chatter? If you use the tip of your knife, you can go side to side. But we do want a little swale, a little swoop in there. All right. Right to that line and stop. See that? All right. Now we're gonna go to the back side here. Bottom of the tail. Gonna come in straight in. Cut up to it. All right. I'm gonna take the sides off, just like the bottom of a nose. All right. Like that. Second one, not as deep. Same idea. All right. That's it. Now, on the back side, let's just jump up. If we divide that into 4, just roughly 3/4, and you're going to see that you'll just get a feel for it. But we're going to do that same swooping cut as we did in the front to the center line. Just start up about 3/4. Now, I'm watching. It's not really time yet, but you're going to see we're following the planes. This is such a flat plane carving. It's all about the planes. All right. Like so. Look at that. All right. Now from the bottom tip right there, we're just going to do a little one. Just a little one. The squirrel just jumped on my bird feeder from the tree. I have to cut that branch. Go on. Oh, dirty squirrels. I put that aluminum on the bottom and now they're jumping from the tree, so I gotta cut branches back. Anyway, that's not what we're worried about right now. So you just kind of see that shape starting to form there. All right. Let's go right around the front. This is the bottom. Let's keep looking at one here. Now we're right here on the bottom, and we're going up to the beak. Okay. So bottom is just a straight cut. I'm gonna come down into it. All right. Okay. Now here's the fun part. See that bottom of that, or the center of that cut, and not the bottom, but the secondary tail there. I'm going to roll my knife. You can take your pencil and draw a line, but I'm just going to roll my knife over, mark it like so, both sides. But yeah, for your first, see that? I almost did the bottom. For your first few, just draw a line, all right? But that's all it is. We're just going to do a little V cut, all right? And another one. It's a beautiful morning. My goodness. I couldn't help but get out here and sit on the picnic table. All right. And one more. Okay. I'm just going to bring that up, bring that down. All right. Facets, facets, facets. Same in the front. We'll just make them work together. Nice and square. There we go. All right. That's where we're at. Now we're going to go with the beak. The beak, I'm just going to come down from that point again. I'm going to come down about 45 degrees, give or take a dozen. We're just making a beak. I don't want that beak to be tiny. I actually want that beak to be a good size. See that? So we're coming in a good, almost a 1/4 inch really, right? Okay. Just flatten off the chest here. All right. So, all right, now, before we go on with the beak, we're going to, same thing. If we did that by 3/4 or 4/4, we're going to go up about 3/4. And again, this is just feel, but now we're not going to swoop at all. We're just hogging straight off. Now remember to keep everything square, like on a 90-degree angle. That's going to help you. But there's our center mark right there. So nice and square. Same thing on this side. Look at it dead on. Looks not too bad. This side looks a little bit fatter for some reason, but anyway, don't worry. Where we started that cut there, now we're going to do a big cut like that. Over a good 1/2 inch, right from where we started that cut. All right, and then give each side a little flat plane. Like that. A little flat plane there. Look at it, make sure we're a little bit symmetrical. See, this side's a little bit lower, so I'm just going to come over here, cut it up till we look decent. Always looking over to make sure we're symmetrical. Anyway, I'm getting carried away now, Doug. All right, so that's our shape. That's where we're at. Now, I'm going to take that beak. I'm going to put my knife right on the corner of the beak, and you see how I just made a little triangle? I'm going to take that triangle, I'm going to follow it across that ridge right to the point again. See that? Do it again. See that? I just leave a little triangle of the raw wood, And I just take that plane right up to the peak, like so. All right. We got some exterior wood here. I'm just going to take a little skim of wood off of here, just to get to. We want every facet the knife has to cut. Makes the paint better. All right. So we're just taking off that raw wood there. Okay. Now, for the beak, what I'm going to do, pretend it's even the bottom of the nose. I'm just going to take the corners off. Right? Right, just like so. Now, however deep I am, I'm going to go to the top here. I'm just going to put just a tiny little slicing cut. I got to stop looking through the camera. A little slicing cut like so. And I'm going to take a little, very carefully, just a little notch. See, we just put a little notch for the beak. Now, I'm going to put my knife against there. I'm going to roll it one way. Come up. Hit it again. See that? Going to come down this way. Tiny slice. Hit it again. Didn't hear my little click. But, okay. Now, I'm just going to go with a little straight cut. Just to square off the edges of the beak. Yeah. So. Match it on the other side. Oop, a little bit shy. Alright, there we go. We have a beak. Fun, isn't it? Alright, now before we even leave the beak area, I'm just going to put my knife right here on the side. I just want to give a little flat area on both sides, because that's exactly where our eyeballs are going to be. Alright, we don't want it on a corner. Alright, you can see where's a good one? You just take a little paint daub and put an eyeball, but I've been taking my little wood burner. That doesn't show up very good. Give me a good one. Just been taking my little wood burner with a little ball on it, just burning it in. But paint is good enough. Okay, we got carried away on the front here. Let's go over the side here. Same thing. See that back? Take a triangle. See the triangle of bare wood that we haven't touched? And we're going to take that. We're just going to follow it up to the point. Same on this side. We're going to follow it up to the point. Got some wood here left. We're going to skim that off of there. Now we have no exterior wood left. Okay, now I'll draw this on for you. And the corner of our bottom of our little tail feathers here, we're going to leave, it's probably a 1/4 inch total, but 1/8 of an inch from center each way or so. And I'm just going to cut that down. All right, both sides. Cut it down. I'm going to come around the side. Take a nice big chip out of there. So. On this side. Okay, now I do want a little bit of a shadow in there, so I'm going to cut a little bit deeper, right in that inside corner. Take a little sliver out of there, like that. This side too. Shadows are our friend. Let's take a little extra out of there. Now that tail feather really pops. Again, we got some untouched wood. And we'll just bring that down a little flat like that. Okay. For this video, I'm not going to get carried away. In fact, with most of my carvings here, I didn't get carried away, but if I was only going to do 1 or 2 of these, I would take this base and put some little knot holes or even little branches or whatever, but not for this video. See, I'm anticipating just cutting that off probably right around there, right? But, okay, now we've got, let's keep looking at this guy. Look at the facets. That gets me all excited. I don't like the corner, so I'm going to take another facet off of this corner. Right? So we do that one side, we got to do it on the other side. Okay. Clean up the bottom just a little bit. Couple little Klingons there that I don't want to leave. Get out of there. Alright. Okay, now we need a wing. See our wing? Our wing is very simple. All we're going to do is see this little ridge here? Somewhere in that area. We're going to extend that. Yeah. And then from the beak, we're going to come down. Okay. Try and twin it on this side. Look at it, make sure you can see both lines. All right. Now I'm just going to take my knife, gently, just kind of slice. I do that a lot. I don't just push, I kind of slide my knife. That's why I do like a little bit of a bigger knife. Just kind of slide my knife. There's our wing on one side. I don't like the way that ended up there, so I'm just going to slice her again. Slice her down. Okay. Let's do this side. Down this way. Oh, we'll stop talking for a minute. Okay. Does that look even? All the way around. Okay. Now, part of the whole thing about this carving is minimalism. Less is more. Trying to do the old Harley Russell with trying to do as few cuts as possible, but I still like to go around and take the little corners off, clean the little edges. But we're not done, because on the back of our bird, I've been putting a little V in there. All right. So pencil. It's gonna put a little V. As you can see, I'm not measuring nothing. It's just all eyeball. All right. But put the little V in there. Take my knife on an angle, both ways. I'm just gonna turn around and meet it. Pop it out. Meet it. Pop it out. There's the dogs. Okay, now for this bottom here, I can talk over the dogs. I'm gonna put one straight cut in, and then just join it with V cuts. Right? So it just pops out like so. Okay, and then if you really want to get carried away, make a little bottom V cut like that. All right. I mean, that is basically it. I mean, you can put a little checks in the back if you want, but I just love the minimalist approach to these. And that is our bird. Now, if you get good at that, you can knock these out in just minutes. Like, it's not a hard carve once you get onto it. And I tell you, the first time I got one done, I looked at it and said, "Oh, I like that." I was so pleased. So, Flatplane bird of choice. Cardinal, blue jay, just make up birds, or don't, or just stain them. Like that's me biased again, but that's a good looking bird. Just those flat planes. Absolutely love it. So that's how we do it. So there you go. Carve yourself a bird or 20. Let me tell you something. If this video does not do well, or if you don't like this carving, I know nothing about what you like. If this video bombs, I'm gonna take it down and I'm gonna go crawl into a cave and carve these full time, because I freaking love this little guy, and give her a go. I'm sure you will too. I'm going to hit the brakes a little bit on the 1x1 series. I know you guys are overwhelmed, and I'll go off on a couple different tangents, and we're going to come back to it. And yeah, we're not going to leave the 1x1 series, but I just don't want to overload you. And yeah, I want you guys to do all the projects, so we'll give you time. All right, guys, that's it. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.